Last lesson in this unit is about finding the volume and surface area of spheres. So the 3D version of a circle. So our surface area can be found by 4 pi times the radius squared. So basically we're taking our area formula, pi r squared, and multiplying it by 4. And our volume formula can be found by taking 4/3 pi times r to the third power. So slightly different. And again, just remembering our radius goes halfway and the diameter is twice as big. So again, if my diameter is 10, that means my radius is 5. So if I'm trying to find the surface area, I'm going to plug again. Some of this is really just plug and chug with our numbers. 4 times pi times 5 squared. Again, I can simplify. 5 squared is 25, which means 4 times 25 is 100 pi. That would be my answer if it was in terms of pi. I could also simplify that to be 314 inches. For volume, again, plug and chug with my equation. Times pi, radius is 5. This time it's cubed. So I'm going to have 4/3 times 5 times 5 times 5 is 125. So if I multiply that by 4 and then divide by 3, I get 166 and 2/3. So again, that could be 0.666666, we'll just say 7, times pi, which again could also be 3.14. So what I'm going to type into my calculator is 166.667 times 3.14, and that's going to equal 523.33. So what did I do again? I did 5 to the third first. Then I multiplied 4/3 times 125. And I got 166 and 2/3. I rewrote 2/3 as 0.667. And I rewrote pi as 3.14. If you can think about this, again, let's critically think here. We have half of a circle. Again, a hemisphere is half of a circle. So if I have half of a circle, what I really have to do to each of these equations is divide by 2. So the surface area is very simple. 2 pi radius squared. Let's do some side work again. 4/3 divided by 2/1. Keep, change, flip. 4/6, which gives me 2/3. So my volume can be rewritten as 2/3 pi r to the third. Well, let's not just talk about the equation. Let's be about it and do it. So 5 squared is 25. 2 times 5 is 50. So 50 times pi is going to give me 50 times 3.14. 157, which is half of what I had up there. Awesome. Over here, 2/3 times my radius. Forgot the cubed here. 2/3 times my radius cubed. So 2/3 times 125. 150 over 3, which is 50, and then we still have pi. So volume equals 50 times pi. So again, 50 pi if it was in terms of pi, or I could do 50 times 3.14 and get 157 again. Isn't that cool? 2 times 125 is not 150, Mr. Larson. You get 250 over 3. Dividing this by 3, we get 83 1/3 pi. And if I were to multiply this, 83.333 times 3.14, I get about 261 let's round that to 67. And that would be feet cubed. The volume of a sphere, so again, this time I'm given the total. So my volume, 4/3 pi radius cubed. Plug in what I know that it equals 12,348 pi. I'm trying to find the surface area. So what I need for my surface area formula is radius. So we have to work backwards from here. We have to work backwards from here to find the radius. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to undo 4/3. So to undo 4/3, we're going to multiply by 3/4. And it's going to cancel out. But if I do that on the left or on the right, I better do that on the left as well. So 3 times 1,200 or 12,348 pi. I'm going to keep that pi there for right now. Gives me 37,044 pi over 4. Let's divide it by 4, and we're going to get 9,261 pi equals pi times radius squared. Well, let's divide pi on both sides, and it cancels out. And this was not r squared, Mr. Larson. This was r to the third. So that's actually all that we have left is r to the third power. So we're going to undo that by taking the cubed root of this number. Let's use our calculator. So I'm going to say, all right, my function cubed root of 9,261 gives me 21. So 21 equals my radius. That doesn't answer the question because we have to then plug this back in to our surface area equation. 4 times 3.14 times 21 squared. 21 squared is 441. 4 times 441 times 3.14 is 1,768 pi, or 64 pi, or 5,538.96, and that would be inches cubed. So again, depending on if it's in terms of pi or if you get a decimal.